So, good morning. Shockingly, I'm having difficulty with my camera on YouTube. Amazing. It's amazing how that always happens. Okay. So, I apologize for the video quality here. This is what we get when we're working with YouTube. We get what we get and we don't get upset. All right. I don't know how the sound is. Actually, that's not too bad, that video. YouTube just decided it wasn't going to recognize my camera. Yay. Buenos dias. We'll be there. Hi, Jelly. So apologies for the weird framing, but this is what we've got. Cheers. Coffee. I love my coffee. We get our coffee from Zabar's. This was not sponsored by Zabar's. Maybe I should call them. All right. So come on to your hands and knees. And then pause for a moment, sit back. And recognize that what you do today, right? Good morning, good morning, good morning. That what you do today and what you do every day. Sarah, one of the women down, one of the yogis down in Savannah reminded me that she said, I reminded her of self-care, but it's the truth. Like everything that you do today to take care of yourself ultimately is what is required to be able to take care of others as well. Whether it's right there being with them or sending out your energy in a great way to be with them and to take care of them as well. So on that note, bring yourself over to your hands and knees. And on your hands and knees, curl your toes under. Take a little back bend here. So lift your chest forward and up and lift your gaze. And on your exhale, take the tops of your feet to the mat and round your spine. And do that 2 more times, 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, curl your toes, arch your back. And exhale, tops of your feet to the mat, round your spine. Inhale, curl the toes, arch your back. And exhale, round. All right, now inhale, come into a neutral spine. And if your knees are sensitive, don't hesitate to place a blanket or a towel underneath them. Stretch your left foot back behind you. Toes are going to be into the floor at first. And then reach your right hand forward alongside your head, palm facing towards the midline. You can stay here or lift the left foot off the mat, okay? So you immediately start to wobble. What I want you to do is really bring your navel, your belly button in towards your spine. Good. And feel the inner thigh of your lifted leg. Feel the inner thigh lifting towards the ceiling and breathe in here. And stay as you exhale. Good. Really press into the palm all the way out through the tips of your fingers and thumbs. Full breath in. And out. Maybe gaze slightly forward off the tip of your nose. One more breath in here. And exhale, lower your right hand and your left knee down to the mat. Let's do one more cow-cat here. Breathe in, curl your toes under, arch your back. And exhale, tops of your feet to the mat, round your spine. All right, now come into neutral again. Let's go to the other side. Take your right foot back, toes into the floor first. You might take a little rock back and forth to stretch your calves. And then bring your weight into that right hand, reach your left arm forward. Lift your right foot. Okay, now find all those little squiggles and find a stability from your belly button outward. So navel comes up towards the ceiling, right? And that's really creating this ability to activate those deeper core muscles inner right thigh. So the inner right thigh is lifting up. And you're reaching into your left fingertips and you're breathing. Good. Stay here. Keep that right hip lifting, but not opening up. Just keep it level with the left. One more breath in here. And out. And then lower your left hand and your right knee down to the mat. All right, now curl your toes under. Take a deep breath in. Create that back bend, chest lifting forward and up. And on your exhale, now round your spine. Send your seat back towards your heels. Let's come into extended child's pose. Fingertips stretch forward. Now on your breath in, so really walk those fingertips forward as far as you can. Your elbows are lifted. And on your breath in, rock forward towards hands and knees. Bend your elbows, drop your hips, lift your chest. You are in cobra pose. On your exhale, send your seat back towards that extended child's pose. Forehead comes to the floor. So do that 2 more times on your own breath. Breathing in, come forward, elbows bend, lift your chest. Breathing out, rock back, elbows straighten, drop your head. One more time like that. Inhale. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. And exhale. It kind of activates the thigh muscles a little bit. Now let's come into down dog. So the hands, the wrists are in front of your shoulders. Knees are going to stay bent as you lift the knees, and then the hips start to rise up and back. And you come into downward facing dog. Full breath in and out here. Relax your tongue and your jaw. Okay, and if your wrists are feeling sensitive, you can take half dog. Stay in down dog if you're good there. If your wrists are feeling sensitive, half dog, you walk the hands a little bit further forward, knees are on the mat, and your forehead comes down towards the floor. And so either way, half dog or full down dog. Good. Now look forward between your hands and then walk your feet and your hands towards each other. So you end up somewhere around the middle of your mat. And on your next breath in, lift your chest halfway up, your torso halfway up. And as you exhale, fold forward over your legs. Breathe in, lengthen your spine, take your arms wide, around and up. Standing up, reach for your ceiling, and as you exhale, see your palms touch and bring your hands to rest in front of the center of your chest. Good. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Uttanasana. Breathing in, come halfway up. Lift your chest for that half forward fold and exhale back into your forward fold. Inhale, arms reach around and up. Press down through your feet and exhale, palms touch, bring them to your heart center. Inhale, arms reach forward and up here. And on your exhale, sit back into Utkatasana, fierce pose. Breathe in here. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, come halfway up, lift your chest. Exhale, hands move forward, feet move back. Let's come into plank pose. Full breath here in plank pose. And exhale, drop just your knees down to the mat. So your knees, hips, and shoulders are in one line. Breathe in here. And your exhale, bend the elbows straight back. Come halfway down. Inhale, come back up. Good, let's go. 2. I'm not going to tell you how many times this time. 3. And 4. Keep the navel moving towards the spine as you exhale. 5. Breathe in, exhale. 6. 7. That's lucky. Lower all the way down to your floor. Point your toes back behind you. If you did an extra one, good for you. Reach your arms back behind you. Lift your chest, neck, and head. So you've got your arms, palms face into the mat, lifting your shoulders, neck, and head. Good, and you're breathing in here. Firm thighs. Good. See if you can feel the muscles along the spine in the back body, helping to lift you up, right? So you're not using your hands. You're using the muscles along the spinal column, lifting you up. Breathe in here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open across your collarbones. One more breath in and out here. And then exhale, lower your right cheek to the mat. Good. Bring your hands next to your chest. Inhale, lift into cobra pose. And exhale, let's lower the left cheek down to the mat. Inhale, back to cobra pose, lifting your shoulders, neck, and head. Exhale, send your seat back towards your heels. Find that extended child's pose. Inhale, come back to hands and knees. Good, and exhale, move into downward facing dog or half dog. Next breath in, lift your right foot into the air. And on your exhale, step it forward. Let's first come into low lunge. Bring your feet so they're hip distance apart. Right? And then your right ankle is just beneath your knee. Come on up to high lunge, right? If this feels unstable, take your hands back to the mat. Separate your feet left to right, and then come back up. You want a nice, good foundation, a good base to be stable upon, right? That's what your practice provides for you. Yeah, so if you're feeling a little unstable in life, come back to your mat, come back to your cushion, breathe in, lift your arms up, stay as you exhale. You're in high lunge. Come back to your mat, come back to your cushion. Work those places of instability out, and then come back into the world feeling a little more stable. Okay, and then rotate your left heel down, open your arms up into warrior two. Beautifully done. Let's make sure the stance is long enough that you feel like you can really bend your right knee and create a nice exercise for that front thigh. And then let's really feel that back thigh pressing away. Good. And breathe in here. And soften your gaze out over your right fingertips. You're in warrior two. And hold. Holding longer in our postures this morning, creating a more grounding effect. Turn your right palm up. Inhale, reach back and over. Take reverse warrior two. And on your exhale, take your right forearm to your thigh. Move your left arm forward alongside your ear. Breathe in here, and as you exhale, look up towards that left bicep. Keep link through your right sideways. So notice if you've started to bow the side and really lengthen that right side. Stay with your breath. In and out. One more breath in. Now when you exhale, take your hands down to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe the right foot a little bit wide. Lift your back heel. So your hands are on the inside. Right foot's out towards the edge of the mat. Left heel is lifted. And you're in what I refer to as high lizard. Okay. Breathe in here. Stay as you exhale. One more breath in. And out. All right, now take that right foot back to meet the left. Walk your right hand slightly forward. Rotate to the outside of your right foot and lift your left arm into the air for side plank. If you need to, you can step that top foot back or forward and give you a little extra support. But play with creating that balance on one hand and one foot and breathe. Good, slowly lower back to plank pose. Adjust the hands so they're shoulder distance. Inhale here and exhale, come into downward facing dog. Full breath in and out here. Good, relax your tongue and your jaw. Good. Inhale, lift your left foot into the air. And as you exhale, step it forward. Again, feet are hip distance apart. So even take a look back and notice if you feel like you're on a tightrope and move the feet a little bit wider left to right. Good. Because we do come up into a balancing posture. So stand up, lift up, rise into high lunge, and breathe. Good. Notice if you start to sink into that back heel, keep it lifted. Breathe in and out. Create stability. Good. Rotate your right heel down now. Open your arms wide. Yes, I turned around, so I'm still facing you. And then keep that left knee drawing forward. Good. And energize the arms. Soften your gaze out over your left fingertips. Good. Turn your left palm up. Inhale, reach back and over. Reverse. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Bring your right arm alongside your ear. Reach into those fingertips, okay? And then notice if that left side is crunched. See if you can lengthen it. That's it. So you're almost lifting away from that left thigh, right? There's very little weight on your left arm. When you're breathing, it keeps you from collapsing into that left side like this, right? We're gonna lift up, lengthen, and reach into those right fingertips. Breathe in. And out. Look at your right bicep. And then slowly lower your hands down to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe it over towards the edge of the mat. Hands are inside. The back heel is lifted now here. Breathe in. And out. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more time. Keep that right thigh lifting. Good. Now, bring your hands. They're about right where they need to be. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Feet are together. Roll to the outside of your left foot and lift that right arm up into the air. And breathe. Woo! Find your balance. You might need to move that foot forward or back, right? And stay with your breath. Maybe turn your gaze up towards the ceiling for a little challenge. Ooh, yeah. And stay with your breath. And slowly come back to plank pose. Let's go into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward between your hands. As you exhale, walk your feet and your hands towards each other, ending up somewhere in the middle of your mat. On your inhale, take your hands to your shins, lift halfway up. And as you exhale, fold forward over your legs. And then bend your knees deeply, roll yourself up to stand. Take your time, coming all the way up. Good. Now, let's do something a little bit different today. Take your hands to your hips, bring your weight into your left foot, and kick your right heel back behind you. Now, you can stay right here, or you might take your palm, face it out to the side, swing it back, and reach for the inside of that right foot. Keep your knees towards each other, and lift your left arm up into the air. Good. So you might stay here. So your gaze is focused on a point that is not moving. And then you start to kick that right foot into the hand and lift the sole of the right foot up into the air behind you and reach your chest forward and up. Lift into your left fingertips. Breathe. In and out here. Stay with your breath. One more breath. And then slowly, with control, bring it back down. Release the foot. Inhale, lift your arms straight forward and up. Exhale, take a bow, fold forward. Let the arms reach forward and then down. Release the back of your neck. On your inhale, reach the arms forward and all the way up. And exhale, lower your arms. Let's go to the other side. So take your right hand to your hip. Bring your weight into your right foot. Left heel kicks behind you. There's that swinging back of the left hand so the palm reaches the inside of the foot. Find that point to focus on. Lift your right arm alongside your head. This may be it for you, and that is okay. We're all working on our balance and our stability, yeah? Breathe in here, and then you're pressing that sole of that left foot up towards the ceiling. Feel the resistance in the hand. Keep the left chest moving forward. Breathe in here. Stay as you exhale. And then slowly come back up, lower the arm, lower the foot. Breathe in, arms reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, reach forward and down through a long spine. Fold over your legs. Stay in your forward fold. In your forward fold, push into your feet. Lift your sit bones a little higher. Move the weight into the feet so it's distributed equally front to back. Notice if you can extend your knees or straighten them a little bit more. Lifting the sit bones up. Really pull the torso in towards your thighs. And do that by contracting in. Contract at the abdomen. One more breath in and out. Nice. Now slowly inhale, lift halfway up. And as you exhale, let's step the hands forward and the feet back. Please return to plank pose. Full breath in plank pose. And as you exhale, lower your knees. And then your hips back towards your heels. Come into child's pose one last time here. Good. Now come on to your back. Go ahead and roll right over onto your back. As you come down, cross your right ankle over to your left thigh. It's just like a little figure four. And rock back. Slide that right hand through the hole between the right and left thigh. And interlace your hands behind your left thigh and gently pull your left thigh in. Only pull it in as much as is available with that you don't start to lift your behind up off the mat, or your hips up off the mat. So try to keep your hips and direct your tailbone down. And at the same time, there's that gentle pull in through the left thigh. You should feel some sensation in the back of your right thigh. Stay with your breath. And then release your hands, lower your left foot down to the floor. Uncross your right ankle from the left thigh, and let's switch right over to the other side. Left ankle to right thigh, and then you lift that right foot up. Take your hands behind the right thigh. Interlace the fingers. Maybe take the opposite interlace. And notice if the sensation behind your left hip and thigh is the same as it was on the right, or if it's a little bit different, more intense or less intense. Just an observation without judgment or attachment. Can you see without judgment or attachment? Great. And then uncross the left ankle, bring both knees in towards your chest. And this morning, we're going to do the structured rest. So let your feet come down towards the floor, walk them a little bit away from your buttocks, and then walk them out to the sides, left and right. So your knees are going to stay together and your feet are going to go wide, and you'll rest your hands on your stomach. And you can keep your left hand on your stomach and move the right hand just a little bit higher up towards the rib cage or towards the right side of your chest. Excuse me. And slowly breathe in and out. And feel your chest and your abdomen rise and fall on your breath in and your breath out. Feel your stomach and your chest rise and fall. Relax your forehead. Keep your mind resting on the movement of your breath in and out. Stay there. 3 more breaths. And take a deep breath in. Stretch your arms up overhead behind you. As you exhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Maybe roll over to one side or rock and roll yourself up to sit. And as you come up, bring your hands one over the other over the center of your chest. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, drop your chin down, closing your eyes, just letting yourself turn in one more time. And blink your eyes open to see the floor of your space. Lift your gaze back into your space. And thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have a fantabulous day, and I will see you Friday, 7:15 on the Soul Collective. That's tomorrow. And if not, I'll see you next week. I have a 12:30 class on Monday, and these classes on Tuesday and Thursday, a 7:15 on Wednesday, and another one on Friday. And we're adding classes daily. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Bye.